Hey guys, welcome to week 9 of Quilter's Cottage Stitch Along. So this was designed by Lori Holt, and we are stitching this on her 10 count burlap cloth. It is now sold out and it will be back in stock in June. And this is the pattern. And we have a full color, so it's really easy to follow. I'm not going to show you too much, but it's very easy to follow because we put it in color. And so when we started, we kind of started in the center, went down, and now we're going up. And this is our last week of stitching. So I'll kind of talk through what I did. For the middle, I went ahead and put all my white pieces, my white stitches, and then I did all my aqua, then all my light brown. And then I added my rooftops, and now, ta-da, all I have to do is fill in all the brown here and my door. And the only thing that I think I'm going to do different is there's a little heart on the door that's red. So the little heart. I might make mine white or aqua just to be different so that I have something different. So I'm going to start stitching. We can start chatting. I can talk a little bit about... so I'm right here, and I like to travel down rather than up, so I can give you some tips. We're going to zoom in a little bit, and yeah, let's see. So what I'm doing now is I am actually stitching with my, this is sideways, because it's easier than doing this. This is way too hard to do. It's like too much movement of your arm. So I'm moving it sideways and just stitching sideways, and it's really easy because I can get to it quicker. And I have gotten really good at stitching in hand. So this is how I'm stitching in hand. I'm using my finger right here from the back and pushing up as I go, and it really helps it stay steady. And so I'm able to stitch in hand, and I'm hoping to finish this today so that I can get this framed. One thing that you can do when you are finished with your piece before you frame it or finish it however you're going to finish it, on something this big, it would probably have to be a pillow or frame, just because it's very, very big, unless you stitch it on smaller count, is you can put your initials and the year in the bottom right. I actually don't do that. I will put a sticker on the back or write in Sharpie on the back the year and my name, and we'll talk about that in 2 weeks when we do the finishing video. So next week we are going to have a video on Wednesday at 9 a.m. Central Time, except it won't be a live video. It will be pre-recorded. I'm going to pre-record it on Tuesday, and we're going to talk a lot about new stuff we have and answer any questions that y'all leave on Facebook. Just because we're going to be out of town, we can't do live because we're going to be in Vegas at a broadcasting show, and I don't want to rely on Wi-Fi, so we're going to go ahead and pre-record a video, but it'll be just like this.
Do you think you could turn a little to your left, just so we can see your stitching better? Perfect. Okay. Okay, and do you want to take questions right now?
Sure.
Okay. Let me just pull up the questions that we got during the week.
So one of the questions we did get was about metallic thread, and I have no experience on metallic thread, so I'm sure in the future I will address that. That is one thing that I can't answer yet. One person asked about pulling threads apart, and I went over that in a previous live stream on our beginner live stream. It was probably live stream 11, where I showed different ways you can pull thread apart. So those are two of the questions we had. I know we had one more. I can't remember what it was though. Sorry. Lily, do you know what it was?
Yes, the other question, sorry, the page is loading. There we go. Is how much longer on the Lori hold 10 count?
June. So, yeah, it's going to be a while.
Okay, and then we're already starting to get questions. Give me 1 second here.
And you can see when I get kind of to the end, I'm just have a little bit left. I'm not doing the stitching in hand just because I've got less wiggle room. So I kind of go stick and stab versus sewing method.
And our first question is from Crystal Longer. She says, what is the difference between 10 and 14 count, and does it affect the pattern?
So 10 count means there are 10 squares per inch. 14 count means there's 14 squares per inch. So if you have 14 count, I'm going to show you how I pull this under and you can kind of see my back. If you have 14 count, you're going to have a smaller overall design. You would just take your stitch count that is listed on your pattern, maybe it's 77 divided by 77. If you divide that by 10, now what I'm going to do is clip it right there. If you divide that by 10, you're going to get your finished stitch size, and if you want to divide that by 14, you get your stitch size. So you can always take the number of stitches listed in the pattern, and it's usually listed in the pattern, and divide it by your stitch count, and it's all personal preference. 10 count is the look that Lori likes because it's chunky, it's big, it's country, it's vintage, it's all the things that Lori loves. 14 count would be also great. I either use 10 count or 14 count. Those are the only two that I use right now. Not to say that I won't change that. So from here, sorry, I'm like looking at my screen. So from here, I'm just going to keep going across and go down, and then I'll come back later and then come down here. Then I'll do the door. And I did forget the chimney smoke, but I'm going to do that today. So to start, I'm going to just start and I'm going to stitch over my thread that's there. And I'm so glad to see all of you guys cross-stitching. So many people are back into this, and I love it that we've got new people joining and learning. And if you want to join our Kimberly Stitch Squad on Facebook, you can ask questions, and we keep it a really nice environment, no negativity. And if you have questions, like you don't want to wait till the next live stream, you can ask, and somebody I'm sure will answer. Mm-hmm. So you will see that I just covered my previous stitches, and so now I'm going to just go back to my front, and I'm going to let Lily change, if that's okay, because I can't.
Yeah, you're good.
There, okay. Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I've got enough tail to do the stitching method. So I can just keep doing the stitching method, and it just kind of, I'll show you on the back. I have my finger just like this. I just press it with the little bit. That's what's really helping me keep the tension. And when I pull my needle under, it does touch my finger, but since it's a tapestry needle, it doesn't hurt me or anything. I always hurt myself with the scissors. That's where I get myself. So it's never the needle, it's always the scissors. But my favorite pair of scissors last night, I stitch in the car a lot, and I lost last night in my car a needle and my pair of scissors. So I was a hot mess last night. But it happens. Like, luckily I had more needles in my car. Or I would have been crying in my car. Because I do try to do a certain amount of hours of quilting each week and a certain number of hours of cross stitch. And so the cross stitch is usually in my car, and my cross stitch is usually a day. Usually we'll spend about 8 hours a week on quilting. And so my thread is kind of getting wavy, so I just kind of do this and keep going. I am using Aura Floss. It comes on a wooden spool, and I have a lot of finished wooden spools that I'm going to decorate. And there are 6 strands, just like DMC. If you're working on 10 count, you would use 6 strands. And if you're working on 14 count, you would use 3 or 2. It would be kind of up to you on your preference. So I hope that y'all have learned something. So if y'all have any other questions, I'll probably stitch to like right here or so. I'll answer questions, and then I have a ton of new stuff to show you guys that I think y'all are gonna really like. I'm always trying to, I just messed up, so let me undo what I just did real quick. You don't have to show it, Lily.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to show my mess up. I can just pretend I didn't mess up and just keep going.
Okay. Do you want to take questions?
Yep.
Okay. So next question is from Sharon A1. She says, have you done tent stitching on any of your projects?
No, I have watched videos on tent stitching, and I don't understand it. So I'm hoping at some point that I can meet somebody in real life that can show me. It's totally blows my mind, and I don't understand it. I would, so yeah, maybe I'll one day be somewhere and somebody can show me. I have watched several videos on it, but I just don't, I guess I can't grasp the concept of it.
And then next question is from Katrina Erickson. She says, on the Lori's cloth, is it June for all the colors?
All the colors are June. And I mean, they originally quoted February, now we're in June. It's totally out of my control. So that's all I can say, is that I'm begging them for it.
R. White says, tell me again, please, what are you doing with your hand behind the fabric? Where can I go to see more stitch and hand demo?
So I am pushing my finger back here, and it keeps it taut so that I can go up and down. And so I will, right here, because I'm kind of working in a small spot, I'm not going to do the stitch in hand, but when I get back to a row, I will do a stitch in hand, and you'll see it more. So if you want to see another demo, we're going to have a future video on it with some experts who are going to give tips. So that will be very soon. And if you want to see one right now on stitching in hand, you can go to the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch on YouTube, and if you just Google stitching in hand Real Housewives of Cross Stitch, it will come up. So for here, what I'm doing is I'm going to put, my finger is right here, like it's pushing the fabric up. I'm going to go in, it touches my finger, and out, and my finger is right underneath that needle. And it took me a couple weeks to get this down, and it works best when you're doing a row, like big rows. If you're just doing a couple of stitches, I just do the stick and stab, where I just go one at a time. And you can see I do both. I'm kind of sometimes stitching in hand, sometimes, you know, one at a time. It's kind of just whatever. As long as the stitches look good, I'm good.
Next question is from Suzanne Culkin. Do you think the sewing method results in a more rounded look to the stitch rather than a flat look? I use both, and on linen it seems that way to me.
So I basically think you can practice until you get it right. I don't stitch on linen, so I can't speak to that, but I basically, I got it down on Aida where I feel like they look the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn and have Lily show you what my finger on the back does. So let me get a little clip right here that'll get this out of your way, maybe. Okay, so
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to stitch in hand right here on the front. And you're going to see what my finger does. And of course it's going to be kind of awkward because I don't really stitch this way, but we got to get it in the camera shot. So I just push that. And my needle is right there. Pull it through. Keep my finger there. Now, again, I'm going to go again. So my finger is just always pushing right here. It's this finger you're looking at. It's just right there. So there, and my needle is kind of it's right there. And so I'm just pushing pressure. That's how the back kind of looks. I know that was kind of hard to see, but it did take me quite a long time to figure it out, a couple weeks. When I saw the method on the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch, it blew my mind. I was like, oh my gosh, that is so fast. I stitch so slow. So it has helped me go faster. And some projects I do it, some projects I don't, some projects I railroad, some projects I don't. It's really whatever my mood is right then, whatever I feel like that day. So, okay, so let's answer a couple more questions. I'm going to go ahead and stop after I get this row done. So I'll answer questions before.
Crystal Ekman says, can you talk about the new cross stitch journal?
Yeah, in a minute.
Oh, okay. So the next question is Holly O'Brien. Silly question, does stitching sideways like Kimberly is doing in the video make the stitches look different than the normal way?
No, they look totally the same. And it's also, I stitch sideways in my car because I have the steering wheel in front of me. So it's kind of a thing that I came up with to be able to save time and make do with what I have and where I'm at. So I'm just trying to rethread my needle and then finish this off. Sorry.
Okay.
So I'll answer a couple more.
Next question is from Mel N. She says, will you show us how to lace a piece to finish, please?
So I'm going to show in 2 weeks how Lori laced. I have no experience in doing it. I'm going to show you how it looks. And I'm sure at some point we will have an expert that comes on that can show lacing. I do not know enough about it to give you a real tutorial. I try to be super honest and only show you things that I really do know how to do. So I'm going to run this through again. Snip. So here's how my back is looking. Just overall, that's my back. And to finish, I'm just going to fill in all the brown, the door, and my smokestacks. I'm going to take this to get this framed so that I can show you how mine looks framed. In 2 weeks, we are going to give tips on framing this exact piece. And so we're going to have framing tips in 2 weeks. We're going to talk through what Lori did. And then we're going to talk through how we do it because it's different. So I'm going to set this aside really quick and talk about new stuff. So one thing that we have that is new are these cute little magnet, they're called magnet travel pin boxes, and we've had them a while, but they hold your needles. So if you see up close, we have the different sizes in there. So I used Bohan 24 and 26, and then I used the John James Petite. So I kind of just put them by size, and it's a magnet so it doesn't fall out. And when you're traveling, you can put your scissors in there. These don't fit, but I mean some scissors would fit. And then another thing that you can do that would be really cool is if you're working on a certain color like brown and you want to cut some off, you can leave the current color you're working on in here so you can easily find it. So these are pretty cool. They have different sayings, so I'm just going to show you 2 of them. This one says "Sewing Mends My Soul," and this one says "Beautiful things come together one stitch at a time," and in here I have Lori's needles. So they all have different sayings up here, and so I just noticed, we've had these a while, and I kind of just noticed that they're great for cross stitching. So there are 5 colors: pink and aqua, red, navy, and sea foam. And they are called magnetic travel pin boxes, and they're super cute. And I'm gonna take these home with me today. So those are some cute new things. The best new thing we have is this brand new cross stitch journal. So this is an It's So Emma publication, which is owned by Fat Quarter Shop. So I'm going to go through the pages. Can you zoom in to the page? Perfect. Okay, so the top, and this is a prototype, just so you know, this is not like the real thing. The real thing will be here very soon. And if you pre-order it today, we have it 10% off, and it will come in April, and you will have it in time for Mania. So it's the cross stitch journal. And you can put your name and phone number. And then stitchy list is, there's 50 lines. And so you'll see that there are 50 project sheets within, and so you can fill them out. And this is the first one. So this would be my first Stitch Mania. You can put your pattern name, pattern designer, start date, end date, stitch count, your stitched size, your floss, time tracker, and notes. So you can keep up with your projects. So like project 1, obviously I need to go back and put April Cottage of the month here. And so if you're looking at your stitch list and you're like, okay, 35, I know I need to go to my number 35 because they're all labeled at the top. It goes all the way to 50, so you can keep track of 50. So, I mean, this should last you quite a bit. All the pages are exactly the same. At the back, we have a thread inventory. So I have put down what I have in DMC. And on the back, we have a notes section. And so my DMC is all in this new jar. So I bought this on Amazon. I thought it was cute. I bought 2 of them. I actually have some big jars of buttons like this. So if you click on our Amazon store below, you'll see. But I put all my threads on my floss flowers with the little DMC stickers. And they're in here, and so if I go shopping, I can look and see, okay, I already have color 605. Pull it from my jar. A lot of people, there are a lot of groups online where you can, there are a lot of groups online where people store their DMCs certain ways in little art bin boxes or boxes you can get at Joann's or jewelry holders. I'm all about cute. So this is cute. I like it. I think this journal is going to be fabulous. For all my quilters, we're going to have a quilting one too. We're not leaving you out. We wanted to get this one done in time for Stitch Mania. But what's going to be great about it is it keeps a journal of everything you're working on. And if you, I like the time tracker because I always want to have somewhere to put how long I've worked on something. And if you really want like maybe a picture, there's plenty of room down here. If you wanted to put a picture of it, you could. Super cute. It's a spiral bound, really nice paper. You can pre-order it at Fat Quarter Shop. It's called the Cross Stitch Journal. We also have something that is I'm gonna give you a sneak peek. You're the first people to see this. Lori is coming out with stitch cards. You will get a set of 4. These are not the final covers. This is just a start. So the first set, they're all going to have 4 in them. So this one is a baby chick, tulips, flower basket, and spring blossom. These are all from her Farm Girl Vintage. And I'm going to show them to you. I have these stitched. I stitched these all in about 5 days. So this is the first one. And this is stitched on a cloth called Heritage 10 Count, which will be available in June.
That's so cute.
I know, they're super cute. And then what she did on these is they're very simple, and she's just listing DMC only. So the whole point of these is every time she comes out with one, it's going to be 4 come out in a package each quarter. So set A will come out either May 1st or June 1st, one of the two. We're sending these off for photography today. I don't know price, I don't know any of that. I literally just finished these this weekend. So this is my whip for the week.
To clarify, they're not for sale yet.
They're not for sale yet. Nobody has them. I'm just giving y'all a sneak peek. I know that kind of on our site, it causes people to start searching, but you will be the first to know when it's on there. We are in the process right now of getting prices from the printer. So until we approve paper, plastic that it gets wrapped in, sticker, the whole thing, it's a package deal, we can't price it because we have to pay the printer and then the shipping and all that stuff. So I just wanted to give y'all a sneak peek so that y'all didn't think I was working on anything all week, because I was. We also have, I am so excited about this. So I won't say I'm a new cross stitcher because I'm not, but I kind of just got back into it. And my favorite fabric has been the Witchelt lamb's wool. And that is what a majority of my Mania starts are going to be on this fabric. I've really liked it. I like that it comes pre-packaged and I just love it. So I have put together a club, and it's each month you're going to get a neutral fabric. We have 2 options. We have a 14 count Aida or a 28 count linen, and each month I'm offering the same color. So we have some of them in advance, and next week we're going to have all of them so I can show you all the colors. But for now, I have the Aida, some of them. So this one is an antique white, and that would be October. We have got lamb's wool, which is my favorite. This is July of 2019. So we have listed the colors for the first year. And then November is Venetian stone, and this one is great. It is used a lot in Tiny Modernist patterns. Sorry. A lot of her Christmas is stitched on this color. And I'm going to be stitching some on that color during Mania. Natural Light is a February 2020, and so this one is a little bit darker than the lamb's wool, but it looks like a Kimberly color to me. Latte, March 2020. This would be an Emma Jolly fabric. Cafe Mocha, April 2020. Golden Needle, May 2020. And this is also one of my favorites, Graceful Gray, June 2020. And this Graceful Gray has a tint of aqua. So we would love for you guys to sign up for this club because it's all very new to us, and I think this will help build your stash. Because one of the things that I found when I was doing Mania is I had to buy everything new, and if you have a stash of fabric, you can just do a floss toss by just putting your floss on whichever one and see what works. And so this is going to help me next year in my Mania because I will already have the fabrics. I won't have to start shopping. It helps you build your stash inexpensively. So that is one thing. And we are going to have Classic Colorworks online next week. They are hand-dyed flosses. They are made by the lady who owns Little House Needleworks. We just have a couple colors to show you. We will also have some thread packs, like a basic or a primitive, and we have some other exciting stuff coming with it. But these are hand-dyed. We will have a video on how you can use the hand-dyed threads coming up, but you can see there's a variegation. So there's like light, dark, medium, it kind of varies. There's a specific way you should use these. So we're gonna have a video on it, and it's gonna be awesome because I've used them once. So I will get to learn also. And then we have a lot of the new DMC colors. We have all of the DMC on order. We have about 60 to 80 in stock. We're gonna have all the rest soon. They keep saying it's gonna ship. So we're gonna have all of this soon, and so it's gonna be awesome. So Land That I Love is a new pattern, and there is going to be a stitch along with Priscilla and Chelsea, and I'm going to have more information for you guys on that next week. Just so you know, the pattern is on order, should be online today or tomorrow. We are going to make sure we have all of the DMC colors in stock, all of the classic color works in stock that is listed on the pattern, and also everything that Priscilla uses on her version. So all of that, we're working on all of that, and so that's great. And we also have new patterns. This is one that we had a lot of requests for, so I want to kind of give you a little bit of detail. Hands on Design has a year of celebrations. It's not new, but it comes in one pattern. I can't show you the designs, but I can just show you like it comes on sheets. And I was really happy when we got this because every other yearly cross stitch you have to buy one at a time, which can get really expensive. And so I really like this option because you get all of the years and you only have to make one purchase. So I was really loving that when we got it because I wasn't expecting that, I guess. We also have Heart in Hand has a series where they're going to have little whirly gigs, and so this is spring and summer, and then she's going to have other ones later. And on all kinds of social media, a lot of these are being made. Little House Needleworks America. So Chelsea from The Real Housewives of Cross Stitch is working on this one. This is the very first pattern that Little House Needleworks came out with, and it is from 2003, but it is awesome. So we have that. There is a series going on right now by Little House, and it is called Jack's Tree Farm, and this is the first two, and as they come out, sorry, my fingers. I'm just like, here. So we will be having these each time. And what I like about series like this is you can do one piece or all the pieces. I mean, it gives you a lot of options of what you can do. I love this. I don't know what it's called. Trove. I don't know. This is the cutest thing I have ever seen, and I'm going to make it. I didn't add it to Mania. Everything just fell in my lap. Sorry. I did not add this to Mania because we just got it, but I love it, and it will probably be my Mania in 2020 because I love it. Plum Street has, oh my gosh, this is so cute. It's a little lamb. It's called Woolamina. We have a couple other Jardin Dupree. I'm going to show you. I love this one, but rabbits. No, this, wait, yes, this is the one I love. And I'm not saying the names, but you can just search Jardin Dupree, Jardin Preve on our site. And it's just Jardin Preve, not Jardin Dupree. I just added the duh because I'm special. And this one's really cute. It's got all the alphabet within the what do you call those, baskets. So like you can barely see it, but there's alphabets within there, and I think that's pretty creative. So that is kind of part of it. I'm still not done. I'm still going.
I feel like I'm going to learn French.
Yeah, oh Lord, that would be a hot mess. So this is my whip. It is called Summer Cottage. We are going to have the kit, sorry, Rose Cottage. It is by Priscilla Blaine in conjunction with Hands on Design. We are going to have that kit online later this week. I have not made any progress, but this weekend I am going to try to have this whole section done. So it's kind of, you know, a couple sections like this, 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 and then there's more above it. So I'm hoping by Sunday night I have all of this done. My goals sometimes are too lofty, but that's where I'm at with it. Denise finished our new, I'm not going to even say the name of it yet, but this is going to be a new Lori cross stitch. It will be coming out very soon. All we have left to do is add the buttons, and we will be adding the buttons tomorrow. Yay. And we are sending mine off tomorrow also to the framer, and then we're going to decide how we're going to finish Denise's, and then that pattern, as soon as it's photoed, it's going to be online. So
but it's not online
It is
yet.
not online yet, because really what I'm trying to do is just show you guys, like, maybe it will help you see the process of what it takes to do a pattern. It is not, we take a lot of pride. One thing that Pack Quarter Shop does is we take a lot of pride in what we do. So first thing is, we have to first design it, or Lori design it. You know, it might be our design, it might be Lori's, but first we have to take the design, we have to chart it. Then we have to go buy all the fabric and the thread. Okay, that's the easy part. Then we have to stitch it. Then we have to finish it. Then we have to photo it. Then we have to send it to the printer. When it's done with the printer, then we have to put it in plastic bags. There is like a whole production. This is like, I'm just a little tiny speck on the whole big thing. Like, all my employees make this happen. It is not even me. I try to do my part, but it is a big production. So a lot of this stuff, I'm just giving you the sneak peek because y'all are really important to me, and I feel like my customers should get the first view at everything we're doing. And as soon as it's available, of course, I'm going to show you. But everything takes time, but we are very fast compared to other people who are very fast. Another thing I'm going to show you, I'm on fire today. Another thing that we have is called La Petite, L-A Petite Lap Frame. So I have been using this at home, and you can adjust the placement up or down. It works really well for 6 and 8 inches. You can also do 11-inch Q-snap. I wouldn't do anything bigger. So I'm going to give you a hint of how to use it. I use this, it's by my bed. And this is actually made in Austin, so we're able to get them faster now that we figured that out. So we have about 30 in stock. I don't know how long they're going to last, but we will keep ordering them. But I have this by my bed because in my bed I have nowhere for my arms to go and nowhere to place. A lot of times I will place something on a table or a pillow, but in my bed I have nothing but my dog. So I have to put this on or he will sit in my lap. So a tip to putting it on is first have your Q-snap on. This kind of has a little lip right here. You want to put it in diagonal, not flat. If you put it on flat, it doesn't really clamp well. So you put it in diagonal and then you twist it down. And it will turn flat on its own, but it gets it in that groove by doing it diagonal. So you get it in tight and then you can move it down. And then you can move it up or down. And so example, if you're just stitching and you want to turn it over, you can turn it over to finish, pull it back, tighten it. So this is an option if you're interested. That's something new that we had a lot of questions on. Our winner this week from our hashtag Quilter's Cottage Stitch Along is Jean Riley. She's an Instagram follower and she has been notified. If you are on Facebook or Instagram watching my live, please subscribe to our new channel, Fat Quarter Shop FlossTube. And I can, oh, one last thing.
Oh yeah.
I have a new bucket. So this bucket is from Magnolia because, you know, I love Joanna and everything. Like, we're BFFs. I'm just kidding. I don't know her. So I have all my Mania stuff in here in my buckets with my little sticker. I've got everything in here now, so I'm totally ready for Mania. Each day at around 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, we are going to release a video that day. So I'll stitch during the day, and then Lily will upload it. There are going to be some days that I'm going to be at Lori Holt's for her new book, photoing, and there's going to be some days that I will be at Quilt Market. So those days I'm going to pre-record. I mean, that's like a given, but we're going to pre-record it just like it's a normal day at work. We're not going to, I don't know how to explain it, but like we're scheduling days to just pre-record the ones where I'm out of town. So that's what I have today. I have a ton of stuff. Next week, as a reminder, next Wednesday, 9 a.m. Central Time, we are going to launch a video on the Fat Quarter Shop FlossTube. It will not be a live stream because I'm out of town, but it is going to be filmed out of town. It's going to be filmed on Tuesday, so it's going to be totally relevant. And then the next week after, we are going to go over finishing Quilter's Cottage. And then the week after, we're probably going to go over Mania or whatever, and I have a ton of stuff planned. So I'm happy to answer any questions. I don't even know what time it is. I'll probably talk the whole time.
Okay, we have about 15 minutes.
A diary of the mouth.
It's not a bad thing. Okay, yes, and we have several questions. First one from Ken Mooney Reed. Do you ever stitch on linen?
I don't. I think linen is beautiful. I think even weave is beautiful. Lagana, no. It's not for me. I'm not so, no. But I mean, I think it's great. I think it's great. That's why we're offering the linen option in our club. I think it's great. I think you should use whatever you love, whatever inspires you. Ada, I'm good. Like, it's nothing about money or time. It's completely about eyesight. And I don't want to get frustrated. So I think if I did linen, I would get frustrated because I have no patience.
Next question from Cindy Gordon. She says, any hint on the next project so I can get it ordered? Like the next that we're going to be stitching along.
We're not sure yet. We don't know.
To be determined.
To be determined. But I do know that I'm going to be stitching along with Priscilla and Chelsea. They have a hashtag. It's like, I don't know what it is, but I'm going to know it before next week. And I'm going to be stitching along with them. So that's going to be fun. But yeah, I haven't planned that far ahead. Kind of depends on all the things we're publishing and all that stuff.
Deanna Tobias says, are you ready for Stitch Mania? I hope you will show us your selections. I am almost ready, but I find it hard to wait. I did a small last night.
Yeah, so Stitch Mania is where you have 31 projects a month, or you can adjust it however you want. I've got everything in my bag. So basically I did little bags with the pattern and the floss and the fabric. Now this one doesn't have the fabric because the fabric is too big for this bag because it's a bigger project, so I have it on a design board on the side. And I am going to be doing a very special video and showing you my mania. It's going to be later in the month, and you're going to love it. But if you want like a general idea, I'm going to be doing, I have done the January, February, and March Cottages of the Month by Classic Country Cottage Needlework, sorry. So I'm going to do April, May, June, July, August. I'm going to do all the rest, so that's going to be part of it. I am going to be doing a lot of seasonal things. So let's see. I'm going to be doing, I'll give you a hint on this one. Called Christmas signs, and in it there's 4 different signs, so I have 4 different ones for each day. Some Christmas things and a lot of pumpkin things because I love Christmas and fall and Halloween, but I will definitely have a detail of all of it. I am super excited that I have all of it together. I think the hardest part was like I talked about earlier with the Fabric Club, it was really hard because I don't keep a stash, like for quilting even. I don't keep a stash. So I didn't really have anything to start with. So I'm glad that I now am going to have my beautiful jar and be able to know what's in the jar with my, see, I don't know where anything is. My new Quilter's journal. Cross stitch journal. Here it is.
Yay.
Yay. So, I'm going to have all my colors here. It's going to save me money because I'll have it all organized and it'll be cute. But yeah, I'm very excited about this. This is, sometimes I make products for myself. I'm selfish. But I was like, I need something like this. So I was very particular about what I wanted, how I wanted it to be. I thought 50 was a great number of projects because I think that would take you a year or 2 to do. So, I mean, this is going to last you a long time. I have a really small purse. I'm going to keep it in my purse so that I can keep up with my time tracker and it will travel with me, and I can keep notes. Like, for example, if I'm working on a project, and a lot of times I'm working on a project and I might run out of DMC. So I could put a note, okay, need to buy this DMC color. And so when I go to Michael's or Fat Quarter Shop when we have DMC, I can just like pull it out, get on the website, okay, I need to buy this. But I might not be where I can buy something right at the minute when you're stitching, so you can put notes. So this is going to be so helpful to me, and we got it done just in time for Mania. So we're pre-selling that at Fat Quarter Shop right now.
And then next question from Wish a Star. Isn't that harder on floss, fraying, and such? I'm not sure if he was talking about the floss flowers or I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. The floss flowers, I love them. There is no fraying. There's a little hole at the top, and so I cut everything. I can show that maybe in my in a video in a couple of weeks with my Mania part. I can film it as part of Mania, but I take my DMC, I cut it into 8 strands, I put 7 strands on here and 1 strand on here, and then it stays really neat. It doesn't even fall off. I just kind of tuck it under, and it doesn't, it's been great. I've been using them for a long time.
Question from Judy Raderink. She says, does Lori Holt usually backstitch her finished cross stitch?
No. She has in this one, there's no back stitch. Sorry, close, no it's not. That's a cross stitch, right?
Oh, the hand stitching technique. Sorry, not the floss flowers for the frame question. Sorry, I just totally...
Does the hand stitching fray?
When you do the hand stitching technique, does it make your floss fray?
No.
Okay. Cool. Okay. And we got more questions coming in. Let me just see those. Okay. And Jaxby82 is asking, is railroading your stitches more necessary with one brand of floss over another?
No, I think that railroading is really good when you are working on something very fine and very small stitches. So railroading is great on something like this because it's 14 count, or if you were doing 16 count, I would definitely railroad. But white is harder to stitch, I think. So I railroaded all of my white. My pink is not, pink doesn't really show flaws. So I just railroaded my white. It's all personal preference. But the smaller the stitch, the more I would railroad. But you can't really railroad if you're stitching in hand. I mean, you kind of can, but it's not as easy.
And Just Ducky says, will you make a tin that holds 3 layers of Aura floss to hold our collections? My Lori Holt box is ripping. And then they put a little crying face.
Okay, sorry, can you repeat that?
Will you make a tin that holds 3 layers of Aura floss to hold our collections? My Lori Holt box is ripping. I think it's for the Lori Holt.
Yeah, I can look into it.
Or maybe we can find something that we have.
Yeah, we'll look into it.
Denise Henry says, when you pre-order an item, does the pre-order charge go towards the price of the item?
So whatever, you just have to read it. We don't deduct it. If it says online, you will be charged $23 when it ships. You're going to be charged $23. We've already factored in the 99 cents. So just read the website. What it says you're going to be charged is exactly what you're going to be charged. We don't do a 99 cents and then take a 99 cents off because I think that's too complicated. So if you just read, if you click into the product, scroll down, whatever it says is exactly what you'll be charged.
Wishes Star says, will there be kits for them? Referring to the Lori Holt stitch cards.
Yes, there will be kits this time. Full kits. But that will be June because her cloth doesn't come out till June, but the stitch cards are going to come out May or June. So you can get the stitch cards early.
And Lori said each set will feature a different border around each block. All blocks inside are the exact same size, just like quilt blocks.
Yep.
Stitch cards.
So this time her frame is kind of like a little scallop. So on all of these, it's the same exact, which made it super easy to stitch because I kind of memorized what I needed to do. But then the next time it might have a checkered border or a striped border. So, and then once she has a lot of sets out, like 12 total, I'm sure she's going to do something fabulous where you like combine them all together so they can just keep living.
We have several people asking what railroading is, and we did show it on a previous FlossTube. We can post.
So if you search Fat Quarter Shop FlossTube, either 10 or 11, because we're number our episodes, it's in one of those, or you can Google Fat Quarter Shop FlossTube railroading.
Yes, and it will show up. Kia B is asking, will you happen to stock any of the red Ada? Since you were showing all the...
I'm sure we will have red at some point. If we don't have it, we can order it, but it will not be part of our club because our club is strictly neutrals, but we can order red Ada.
Gianna Gorsuch says, can you demonstrate how the La Petite lap frame works? And you did. Somebody else had suggested that the bottom of the frame goes under your leg. instead
It
of on
does?
top. I apparently.
I don't know if I'm that skinny. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. That is not going to work for me.
That's funny.
I don't think so. Maybe on a different brand, but I don't think that's going to work. So I think it's got to go here. I don't know how skinny you would have to be. You'd have to be like a size -0 to be like able to pull your, yeah, no. Sorry.
No, 'cause that
That's
might have-
funny, but no.
I might have misread that then. Yeah.
Or, I mean, there's other brands of
Yeah.
so she's probably thinking of a different brand.
Maybe. Candy Curry says, with the club, you get 1 fabric?
1 fabric per month. All the details on the site. You can pick either Aida or linen, or if you want to really build it up, I mean, you could order 3 a month. I mean, you can sign up for 3 memberships or 2 memberships or 1 membership. I'm signing up for my own club because I don't have anything. So like if Lori is like, oh, let's do this, start stitching. I don't have anything to start. So I got to have something in my closet.
And Just Ducky says, will you put the fancy floss on the plastic flowers?
When I buy them, yeah, I will. They come, the fancy floss that we will be carrying comes pre-cut already. So I won't have to cut them into strands. I can just put them on there. And I am going to do some projects in the future with fancy floss, but I'm waiting until my expert comes and she's going to teach different techniques on it so that I can learn about it before I do it, because I don't want to do it and do it wrong. So.
Candy Curry says, with the charts you kit up, will you also sell the charts for sale?
Yeah. And we always start with the charts first. So we're going to load the charts, and then if we make a kit, then it's like bundled all together.
And Pamela Larson says, are you going to have a video showing how to use the sticky board?
Yes. That is going to be in 2 weeks from today.
Oh.
And we're also going to have another video. We're going to actually have 2. That one will come out in late April also.
And then a question from Facebook, does Fat Quarter Shop sell the clear baggies you put your projects in?
No. We are going to look into maybe doing that in the future, but right now, no. These are things that we ship our orders in, though. But you can buy Ziploc. You can just buy a big gallon Ziplocs. And I save them. Like, here's some that are on my desk. They're just total... Like, I have used these on several projects, so they just get all nasty, but I still use them. So, like, if you buy Ziplocs, you can just keep using them. You don't have to buy a new one. For Mania, I just wanted it to be pretty. You know, I wanted something pretty, and I also wanted something that would keep the date so I would remember. Because at the time when I did this, I didn't have my journal. But look how they match. I didn't have my journal, so it's a way to keep me also when I show up for work, I can be like, oh, today is May 12th, I gotta start on this one. It just keeps it organized for me.
And I'm just going to take a few more questions. Wilma Evans says, do you use the non-glare glass in cross-stitch frames?
I use museum glass, and it does not really glare. That is what I use. It is super expensive, but that's what I use.
Okay. And then this is more of a comment. Kia B says, is that your FQS sweet tea? That was a great joke. Tech guy fell for it.
Oh, yeah. So we had a little April Fool's joke that I was going to package my own sweet tea. And the funny thing about that is the person that we bought our house from actually does that for a business. They own, I think, Moonshine Sweet Tea. We bought our house from them. So that was actually I didn't come up with that idea. Somebody here did. And I was like, well, I know somebody
Oh, we could.
that does that. But yeah, no.
That's funny. Okay. And can you remind us when the oatmeal Aida will be available?
June. We do have an country mocha that is 14 count right now if you need that, and that is similar, not exact, the same.
Okay. And from Suzanne Culkin, she says, so many goodies, will we get a member coupon for cross stitch one of these days?
So we don't have YouTube. You have to have a lot of followers to have a member. But for my YouTube members on the Fat Quarter Shop side, I could do that. I think people might really complain, but yeah, I could do some kind of coupon. And I mean, we've done coupons for our members that are like notions. Well, you can use it for quilting notions or cross stitch notions, or if we do one in the future for patterns, you can use it on both quilting and cross stitch. So yes and no. I couldn't give a coupon that's only cross stitch because, you know, most of my viewers are quilters and they would get really mad. I don't want any hate mail, guys.
Okay, Quilting Forever 2020 says, have you ever ironed the back of your cross stitch stitching with iron-on fuse?
No. No, that sounds like something I would mess up.
That's funny. That's something I've been thinking about trying.
What?
So I was like,
Lily.
I know.
Lily.
I want to make a bag with it.
No, Lily. Not with cross stitch. So what I use actually is this, I have to intervene on Lily. So this is actually the towel I use. This is I'm such a dork, but this is the towel that I bought at Bed Bath & Beyond. I have 2 of them. They're white. And so what I do when I iron my cross stitch, is I take this, I put it face down. Then I put my towel on top, and I use white because I don't want any threads to get on it. Now, if I had a black cross stitch that I needed to iron, I would use black or a darker color. And then I iron on top of this. This is a very thick towel, and so it does not flatten my stitches. So that is how I iron my cross stitch, is I just have 2 of these towels. That is what I use. But yeah, no iron on. Yeah, no, I'm not good with like applique or like, what do you call that? Like fusible, that's not me. No, like fusible and me is like not a thing. It's not a thing.
Okay, last question I'm going to take. Gary Garvin says, I am on your website searching for 10 count Ada. I can only find white. Do you have any other colors in 10 count?
They're all sold out until June. So guys, thanks for watching. If you're watching on Facebook or Instagram, make sure you follow our YouTube channel, give us a like, and I want to tell you guys that I want you guys to subscribe to the Stitching with the Housewives. And is that their channel name?
Real Housewives.
Real Housewives of Cross Stitch. I want you to watch their Saturday video because they have something to show you, and I'm excited about it. So watch their Saturday, and then I will be back next Wednesday. Have a great week.